Alright, so I've been really busy this weekend. This is Memorial Day weekend. And I haven't shown you half of what I've done. Well, I haven't shown you anything of what I've done. Except now I'll show you what I'm finished with. Finished putting up this paper. And those doors that I've got there, they're swinging in. I don't have the whatever, the thing that stops them from pushing too far the opposite direction yet, but I've got them bolted in up top with those little things, so those doors aren't going anywhere, and they're swinging in nice and smooth. And well, I've been working on the sprinkling system over here. That's the worst. I hate working on these sprinkling systems with the valves and everything around the yard. Got to dig down inside of those little boxes that hold the valves. And these ones on this house, they're just tiny little circles. 2 valves in there to stick your hands down in there and be able to unscrew one of those valves and put a new one in. It's amazing to be able to do that. I've got this bucket right there. I am about to make some compost tea. So it's almost cheating, but it's not. I've got a big old stone in there. See that? That aerates the water. Got that little pump, blows the air in there, and it's got a little thing so you can do multiple buckets. In here in these bags, I've got a lot of different ingredients, right? So what do you want to put on your plants? Here I've got some C90. That's a mineral coming out of the ocean. It's got a whole bunch of different minerals in it that are good for plants. It's not just like salt or something. You don't want to put salt on your plants. But I get this stuff from called Boogie Brew. Go online and search for Boogie Brew and you'll find this guy's website. Oh. So what he does is he just makes this stuff that you make for, he'll sell you everything. He'll sell you the pump, that thing, as well as he'll sell you a whole kit to get started. It's almost like cheating. It's not like putting 17 17 17 or 10 10 10 or whatever on the garden. It's more like creating a biological system for the roots. What do the roots normally want? Well, they don't want 17 17 17. They want a whole host of different things. And so this guy, he just puts in a whole host of different biological things in here, and this other one too. And you just put it in this bag. So I've already made one batch. Put it in that bag. Tie the bag off, put it in there, and there's a bunch of little microbes in there that come to life. That thing starts foaming up, right? Got to be careful. You don't give it too much, because when you come back the next day, you're going to have a big mess, because there's so much activity going on in that bucket. Then, after about 24 hours of brewing it, I just take a cup, put 1 cup on each plant. Well, okay, so I'm going to get to concocting my own personal recipe. You know, there's no, I don't know. I suppose that there is a science to it, and I don't know what it is, like in terms of what ratios you put of all these different stuff. I just use this little cup right here and put a little bit of everything in that bag, and then put the bag in there. So I just ordered these two things, the Boogie Base and the Boogie Boost. And it's a part A and a part B kind of thing, and this is sort of the ingredients of the owner of this company. He puts a whole bunch of different things in there that he thinks are good. You know, but just to give you an example of what it is, you know, the skeletal remains of different insects, beetles and crickets and stuff like that gets all ground up and put into this bag. It's not gooey, it's all dried, okay? Again, the C90, 90 different minerals that are extracted from the ocean. This is, I don't know what this is. Boogie Bricks, sweet and heavy. It's got some sugars in it that will really sort of get this thing going. And it's good for plants like tomatoes. This is amino acids. You want that to go into your plants because it's good for you, and it's found in the soil normally. And this is a worm casting. I think that that's part of what's in one of these things over here. And then I have some old Boogie Boost that's probably no good anymore, and I'm trying to get rid of it. It's the same thing as this over here. This one's a little bit too dried out. Okay, so I'll take just a little bit of that, mix it with that. You know, when I was a kid growing up, I never really did like vegetables too much. But now, I love vegetables. Oh, yeah. Yeah, normally that would probably be enough. But I've got all this stuff left over from last year, so I'm going to try to get rid of it. If it was bad, I would smell it. It's not bad at all, it's all good. This amino acid stuff. Looks like a powder you might put in a protein drink or something, I don't know. Look, crazy tomato. You know this stuff is good. You got a picture like that on it. The worm casting gold. I mean, plants grow in this stuff, right? So it kind of seems like kind of gross in a way, but hey. You eat it every day. Now, I've had this thing I've only used a little bit of. I was a little bit cautious about using something that looks like salt. So I always use just a little bit of it. Okay, now we're going to use some of the ground up skeletal remains of poor beetles that have since come and gone. You know that's in your soil, right? The plants love that stuff. Give it a really good seal. Last thing that you want is for bad bacteria to be going on here and give that to your plants. So don't be doing it around dead things. Okay, now this is the Boogie base right here. This is like a little bit of everything. This is the one I just received in the mail. The guy that owns this company, I've seen a couple of his videos. He's a really interesting character. Kind of like that. And then the boost. It says apply in equal parts with the Boogie base. So, no, I'm sorry. So this is the one that's a little bit of everything. This has got everything that I've been putting it in so far. It's sitting in this one right here. It's got the sea minerals and everything else. You don't have to get all this stuff that I had. That was just part of a package that I got. The two main things are the Boogie Boost and the Boogie Base. If you just take a half cup of each of those, put it into your tea bag, put the tea bag down into the water, and you're good. You sort of let it linger around up on top, just sort of over the bubbles. Done. In the morning, we're going to have, it's going to be really foamy, and then we're going to take a cup like this and put it on each one of our plants. We already did a bucket like that last night, so we have to do it again tonight because we didn't have enough. Compost tea. Yum.